Good afternoon. My name is Michael Morrill, and I am honored to be here in the Legislative Office Building to declare my candidacy as the Republican candidate for U.S. Senator from the great state of New Hampshire. Now, I'll be seeking the Republican nomination in the primary, but frankly, a lot of my friends and family have been asking me questions like, why in the world do you think you should be running for U.S. Senate from New Hampshire when you live in Pennsylvania, and running for the Republican nomination when you're a Democrat? Well, my answer is one simple word: opportunity. There's an open Senate seat, and someone has to fill it, so why not me? I avidly follow political news, especially from the state where I currently live, Pennsylvania, and the state where I grew up, Massachusetts. So I'm very familiar with former United States Senator Scott Brown. And when I read that Mr. Brown was moving to New Hampshire to run for the Senate, I mean, not to run for the Senate, but to be close to his mother, it made me start watching the New Hampshire U.S. Senate race a little more closely. And then when I saw that Bob Smith, who hasn't lived in the state for a decade, was thinking of jumping in, I thought to myself, what an incredible opportunity. Well, yes, I do have roots here in the Granite State. Like Scott Brown, my family and I have strong ties to the Granite State that go back many generations. I have two brothers that live here. My father spent his last years here. I went to Boy Scout camp at Camp Sachem in Antrim. And my mother lives in Amesbury. I know that's in Massachusetts, but it's close enough, right? In addition, I have found Lost River many times. My car has climbed Mount Washington. Not only that, I've run up Mount Washington. I bet I'm the only candidate in the race who has run up Mount Washington. I've skied Attitash. Well, I've ridden the Alpine Line. That's close enough, right? But as you can see, my New Hampshire roots are very, very deep. But it's not just my deep New Hampshire roots that have compelled me to seek the nomination to become your U.S. Senator. As I said earlier, this is really about one thing: pure opportunism. I run a nonprofit organization in Pennsylvania, and every day I have to ask working people to give us money so that we can run our operation. People give us $10 or $20 or $50. Frankly, I'm tired of asking people, begging people to give us money from their working class salaries. I'm also tired of working a 70 or 80-hour week every week. So that's really why I want to become your United States Senator. Like former Senators Smith and Brown, I'm looking for a cushy job with lots of travel opportunities, great publicly funded health care, and a retirement plan that I don't have to put anything into, but is going to give me a nice living after I retire. I'm not just an opportunist, though. I can pander with the best of them. As a matter of fact, on my way over here, I stopped in the gift shop in the State House and bought a nice New Hampshire tie so that you can see I'm very much in love with this state. So here are some of the things that I'll do. And these are pandering, I'll admit it. That's one of the other things you'll find from me, is that I'll be an honest candidate. I'm going to introduce a constitutional amendment that will guarantee that the New Hampshire primary will always be the first in the nation. I'm going to seek funds to make sure that not only can we restore the old man of the mountain to its former glory, but I'm going to get enough funds so that we can actually build a new mountain, somewhere closer to an interstate, somewhere that's more accessible so that we can all get there much more easily. And in that mountain, we'll have a brand new old man of the mountain. I promise that each time I'm in Seabrook, I'll visit both Markeys and Browns, making the hard decision. Clearly, I'm the ideal candidate for the Republican nomination for U.S. Senator from New Hampshire. I meet and exceed all of the standards set by former senators and current Republican primary candidates Brown and Smith. I look forward to representing you in the Senate and promise to visit this great state at least twice a year once I'm elected. Thank you. I'm open to questions.